Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Rooster Stone Show. Yeah, buddy. Season 2 in the house. Give it up. Dude, we made it. We have a season 2. And we're so glad that you're here for it, man. So we're going to just start out punching. Let's go punching, man.
Punching.
What are you listening to? Our foundational show. We're going to do it right now. We're going to tell you the songs we're spinning in Spotify or, Apple Music or whatever, however you access music. And go ahead and let us know what you're listening to. It really helps us to discover some new stuff when you're letting us know. So comment on social media, comment on YouTube, comment on Spotify. Let us know what you're listening to as well. So Kyle, give us up, man. Start us with your first song.
All right. My first one is Train by Blackfoot. Strike's album from 1979. I can remember the first time I heard this song. I was hosting a karaoke night at the Watering Trough of Mount Joy. It just so happened to be the karaoke version. But this guy came up and handed me a slip, and I was like, oh, Blackfoot, something new. And I'll tell you what, that guy belted that song out like it was his own.
Yeah.
I mean, and it quickly became one of my all-time favorite Southern classic rock songs. And my favorite part about this song is the harmonica intro and harmonica work throughout the song.
Yeah.
And obviously, I was like, one of these days I had to talk about this song on this podcast because of my man Mo here when he rocks his harmonica. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, just...
and I love the intro is amazing, but it's so cool as well, like how different once the song kicks in, the tone of the harmonica is. It just all of a sudden it's dirty, high gain. This is such a great song.
It is.
The vocals in this tune are on the money. I mean, they're so good. This is a great choice, dude. I'm glad you chose this song. I love that tune.
I couldn't think of nothing better than kick this one off.
Dude, that's a good one. So for my first song, I chose the song Mine All Mine. Van Halen from their 1988 album OU812. It sounds better when you say it out loud. Whenever the inevitable argument comes up about Van Halen versus Van Hagar, which you and I have discussed on this show in season 1, I always think about songs like this. Mine All Mine is about someone having an existential crisis, someone on the verge of a spiritual awakening. I love David Lee Roth, but I don't think he could have or would have written a song like this. Sammy Hagar brought an era of more depth from the band. Make no mistake, dude, they were still a total cock rock band. Even most of the songs on this album are straight up rock god tunes. But, the whole thing, this whole album just kicks off with this tune, an interesting choice.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely one of my favorite songs by Van Halen ever. And not just lyrically, the dark, dirty riff, that killer solo. This is one of the only bands in history that survived survived a lead singer change. And more than survived, really, they thrived. Van Halen, Van Hagar, yes, please.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. This song, this album, great song, great album. Van Hagar, for me, absolutely. Actually, one of my all-time favorite Van Halen songs is also on OU812, if I may say. Cabo Wabo.
Of course it's Cabo Wabo.
I love that song.
Yeah, dude. My man likes his tequila, I can tell you.
I like my new vlog, yes.
From personal experiences, I've had to say no on numerous occasions to him about it.
Oh, I love my tequila.
But you do.
But overall, I can't agree with you more. The whole Van Halen vibe.
Good stuff. Dude, so what do you got?
Cock rock.
Yes, buddy. Dude, Rooster Stone. Hey, what do you got for song 2?
All right. This one I was very excited to bring back to the surface. So before Billy Joel and his legendary career as the Piano Man, he was part of a short-lived American heavy psych hard rock duo active around 1970. It consisted of him, credited as William Joel, on vocals and Hammond organ, utilizing a homemade keyboard bass and John Small on drums. Both were former members of the Hassles, and they released one self-titled album in July 1970 before disbanding. I just love the raw sound of this song. The song is called Wonder Woman, and it's off the Attila, the self-titled album from 1970, the only album they put out before they had disbanded. Just everything about this song, it's the raw feel, the raw sound, and just two guys completing that full sound. And once in a while, like I like to do, ladies and gentlemen, I brought me some show and tell.
Dude.
This is my Attila album from 1970.
That's awesome.
Let me turn it around so you get a better picture of Billy Joel with
No, that's William Joel to you,
sorry,
buddy.
this is William
That's
Joel.
William Joel.
With his, thrashing 70s heavy metal hair.
Dude, that mustache is awesome.
I'm telling you, right?
Dude, they look like the Kings of Leon from like the first album. That's so awesome.
But the album cover says, Attila. Look at that,
Yeah, dude, that's
Freaking
awesome.
love it. So
that's awesome.
I can't say enough about it. The album didn't get really a lot of rave reviews, but you know what? I'm a William Joel fan, so
Yeah.
have been forever, and I happen to just, love a little bit of everything that he puts out.
Yeah, dude, and this song is so Zeppelin-y.
Yep.
It really is. Like, you're not expecting that. And, I totally forgot about this song. It's awesome. It's such a great song. I'm so excited to put it on the list today. Excellent choice, dude. That's a really good one. So for my second song, I'm going to do what I like to do a lot.
I know. I'm holding on.
Right?
Hold on.
So, dude, the song is called Deborah from Beck off his 1999 album Midnight Vultures. Now, Midnight Vultures was the follow-up to Beck's Mutations, which is one of my top favorite albums of all time. In typical Beck fashion, though, and I'll quote Monty Python by saying, "And now for something completely different."
You got
That
right.
is an understatement of epic proportions here. Mutations is a slow and steady psychedelic journey. Midnight Vultures is a 70s disco party. It blew my mind when it came out, and I absolutely loved it. This song, Deborah, is the last tune on the album. It's an almost 6-minute long tribute to Prince. And Beck knocks it out of the park. This song is pure 70s gold. Beck Hansen is a national treasure, folks. He is so unusual and artistic, and his insistence on changing styles every single album has made his following very niche, very small, but man, if you give this guy a chance, you will see what I see. One of the very few real geniuses in modern music. He plays almost every instrument on every track on every album. He is a true musical visionary. And you don't even have to appreciate any of those things to enjoy this total banger. Dude,
Again, I couldn't have
did
said
that
it
blow
better
you
myself.
away?
It did blow me away, like I said. And I love when Mo does this to me. I don't care if he does it to me every time. I know the band. This is another first for me. For me, once he brought, this band back to the surface for me, I was expecting like one of my favorite songs, like Where It's At. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. But then when I heard this, I was like, what?
bro.
I was like, what? Just that 60s, 70s vibe that you talked about with some, Prince-style vocals. Dude, like, I could just hear him, like, I could hear Prince in his voice. Dude, it was amazing. And guess what? It'll probably go on to my liked list on Spotify so I can listen to it again and again.
Dude, I love
If you
it.
haven't heard it, I recommend it.
Yeah, dude.
My man.
Beck. Dude, love me some Beck. So, hey, dude, we're at your last song already.
Here we go again.
I'm
with the
tearing
last
up.
song.
I'm not ready.
You're tearing up my heart. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not ready.
All right. So this next song is by none other than one of heavy metal's long-living juggernauts, Megadeth. Third single released from their upcoming album due out on January 23rd of this month. Absolutely. The song's called Let There Be Shred.
What a perfect Megadeth album song.
Oh, I'm telling you, Let There Be Shred. So it is their final studio album. I mean, I'm loving everything that I'm reading and seeing about this album. The album cover, all the, just everything they're putting out. They're putting out albums. They're putting out cassette tapes. They're putting out, apparel. I just love the whole, everything they're putting out. It follows tracks previous singles from Tipping Point that came out in October of 2025 and I Don't Care on November 14th of 2025. Like all these songs are just pumping me up for the Megadeth's final release, man. I'm super stoked for this album released.
So excited.
Dude, I can't even contain it. And I'll be honest with you, I was always more of a Metallica head, believe it or not, but when you go back to the roots, who was an original member?
Dude.
Dave Mustaine. But this song gives me that early Megadeth Metallica vibe that I fell in love with. I'm talking like, Kill 'Em All and Peace Sells, but who's buying vibe. I'm overexcited. I'm exploding with excitement. Mustaine classic vocals. Dude, I'm just loving it. I just can't wait for the 23rd. I can't get here soon enough.
I see that. Dude, you know what? I have to say something here because I think, you brought it up and gave voice to it, but I'm going to say something about it too. Metallica was so great for a very finite amount of time. Right? They were great all the way up and including the Black Album. Right? That they were heavy metal's poster boys.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But I feel like after that, they lost their way. Megadeth has never lost its way. And dude, you know what? Mustaine takes a lot of grief and a lot of it's deserved, right? I mean, this guy's got a big mouth. He's certainly a larger than life personality by any measure, okay? He is unapologetically himself. But through it all, Megadeth has held firm to who they are. And honestly, now I like them more than Metallica.
They stuck to their guns.
Metallica, it's almost like, they shouldn't have released all that backstage stuff because they're just so unlikable that it ruined it for me a little bit. But dude, Dave Mustaine's voice is so unique. The music is so tight. I absolutely love this song. This is great, dude. He's still got it.
And he's still got there's still that mystery to Dave Mustaine, you know what I mean?
Dude, and his voice is so much better.
Oh.
It is. It's better than Hetfield. It is. It's
yeah.
so unique, and it really is. It's better. It's such a great voice. This is a great song. I'm so glad that like we get to hear a little bit more.
And while we're on the subject, I must quickly add that me personally, when you're battling between the two bands, hands down, I have to admit, Dave Mustaine is a much better guitar player than Kirk Hammett. That's just my personal opinion.
Hammett's great, man. I'm not going to even compare those two things.
I'm not saying I don't like Kirk Hammett because I love Kirk Hammett, but I think Mustaine's got a little bit of the edge.
I just think Mustaine has maintained a better quality and stayed true to who he was.
Oh, yeah.
But that's my personal opinion. Sorry. Okay. So for my last song, another screech and turn around song here, I chose Cocaine Blues from Johnny Cash, live at Folsom Prison, 1968. Dude, this song is making its rounds all the time in my listening rotation. I love this song. I love this man. I love, his whole catalog of music. But this song is less than 2 minutes long, right? Less than 2 minutes long. It's one of Johnny Cash's typical lyrical narratives about a guy who goes on a bender and shoots his wife and what happens to him after. Johnny Cash made a living on singing about the downtrodden dregs of society. It brought him all the way back to the prison that made him famous. Or was it the other way around? Either way, this song is live. We talked about it before we even did the show today. The live version of this song is the version.
Yeah, it's the version.
It's just, whatever. You listen to the other one, you can decide for yourself. But you can hear his voice cracking a little bit at the top of his range. I mean, that makes it even more authentic. This man was from a different time. A time when musicians made their living playing on the road up to 7 days a week, sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7 shows a day. This man was born to do this. And even if you don't like country music, you can like Johnny Cash because he is altogether something else, right? He's a real human writing about other real humans. Rest in peace, JR. You were one of the good ones, bro.
Amen.
Dude.
Rest in peace. What can I say about Cocaine Blues?
Dude.
This is my favorite Johnny Cash song.
Dude, that's awesome.
I will listen to it all day long.
Dude, wow, he even got the rhymes up. Bro, a dude, top shelf.
I can't say enough about this. From the first time I heard Cocaine Blues, which happens, again, brought to my attention from another good friend at an old karaoke show I used to do, this older gentleman, and he was just a Johnny Cash fan.
Yeah.
110%. And the first time he sang this, and I was like, that's it. It's been my favorite Johnny Cash song ever since. I couldn't have picked a better Johnny Cash song, brother.
See? This is why you have me on the show. Right? Hey, thanks everybody for coming out and joining us for season 2 of the Rooster Stone Show. We're so excited. Don't forget to check out www.roosterstone.com to figure out, all the stuff that's going on with us. We got all kind of stuff happening right now. I'm in the throes of mixing and mastering our newest album, which God willing will be out in the spring. But check us out on YouTube. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to us across all social media stuff. And don't forget about peace and one love. Come on over to roosterstone.com, where you can book the band for any event you can imagine. Acoustic, full band, whatever your event may require. You can also email us to take online music lessons at an affordable monthly price. Don't forget to download our original music and like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone across all social media platforms. Keep rocking out at roosterstone.com.